Hello and welcome. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. We are playing Arkham Horror tonight. And from what I understand, it is a pretty exciting scenario. So, what do we have in stock or in store? Yes, it's Friday night. You want tickets to the Essex Express? Well, let's see what we can do. I'm uh I'm pretty excited for this one. I like just kind of like the layout just looks super interesting and super fun. And so yeah, I'm pumped. That mat is gorgeous. Thank you. So this is the one that I was playing on last time, and it's double sided. So on the other side, it's the map of Arkham, and so it's a double sided map. So I felt like I would switch it up a little bit this week and just try the next one. It doubles as a carpet. It takes up. It actually does not fit on my table lengthwise. So like going back and forth, it doesn't fit on my table the so the craziest thing about this mat, and I think it's the stitching pattern. So, or maybe I'm just insane. I actually had this is a question for y'all. Do you see like right here, like in the lighter, it has like little like black lines like flickering. Do you all see that? Or am I just last time in the Dunwich Legacy? Hey, the Diamond's Edge, how you doing? How are y'all? Oh man. Okay, so I am super pumped. I did set up two different scenarios tonight. So we have the Essex County Express, and then we also have set up Blood on the Altar. So if we do get, we go through there, sanity check. Y'all don't see it? Okay. If you don't see it, that's fine. That's why I was a little bit late starting because I was going crazy trying to fix it, and I couldn't figure it out. So if y'all can't see it, excellent. Stitching pattern are insane. Why can't it be both? That's very, very true. I mean, I am moving through the ether at some points. Um, I'm gonna fix my little thing here. Actually, no. So I thought that right here was my camera wasn't loaded. Those are actually my cards for next scenario. So we'll just push those out. Okay, perfect. Now we're all good. So okay, yeah. So we have two scenarios maybe tonight, depending on how fast this Essex Express goes, because I've heard it can be pretty quick. So you know, regardless, I mean, I think we're gonna get to play a lot. So be real careful about that portal opening behind you. Yep. It's I'm going insane. I mean, I did take a mental trauma last game, or I guess Pete did, and I've been taking mental traumas all the time. So there's that. So I am actually like the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm kind of a little worried going forward. I already have a physical, I already have a mental trauma. And I guess to be fair, I don't have any baseline to understand if that is like awful or okay. So there is that. But we're building up our decks. I did end up taking out a rite of passage, so that was one of the things that we were trying to debate last night or last week on what we were going to do to upgrade our deck. And so we added in a I just shuffled. We added in a level 2 lucky. I think it's a level 2. I think I grabbed it already. Yeah, level 2 lucky. And we added in a guts to help with our sanity checks. And so this replaced our level 1 lucky. And then the guts, we took out our rite of seeking. We still have one rite of seeking in here, but I just felt, or I was having a hard time really paying for it, especially because with Dark Horse on the table, I don't want resources, and so that was always a struggle. So that's what we're looking at. I also have a poll up, so I don't know how that works. It just was a button that I was playing around with. So there's a poll to tell me what your favorite class in Arkham Horror is. It may work, it may not. I have no idea. You'd like to add a level 2 death glow to Valkyrie. That is true. I do want to see Valkyrie get a level 2 death glow at some point, or at least like a rules update. Alrighty. So before we hop into this, any suggestions or advice that you all have for me? So I'm I feel like I'm a train robber at this point. I'm going to be jumping back and forth between well, maybe not back and forth, at least fourth in train cars. So it's pretty exciting. I feel like this one like has I don't know any of the surprises or anything like that, but just from the way the setup is like there are 8 train cars and 3 engine cars. You pick 6 out of the 8, randomly place them, and then 1 out of the 3 engines. And so I feel like the more like you can play this a lot, and it would be pretty unique each time because you don't necessarily know what train car is going. Always go to the right. Okay, so never go back. I can probably do that. I can probably manage that. That seems manageable to me. But alrighty, so let's read what we got. And again, okay, so scenario 3, the Essex County Express. I'm pumped. I'm like I enjoy playing Marvel. I enjoy playing Lord of the Rings, but recently Arkham has been the one where I'm like excited, more excited. I'm like, yes, let's go do Arkham. I want to know what's happening in the story next. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. So let's dive into it. Scenario 3, the Essex County Express. Recent events in the museum has forced you to reevaluate Armitage's tale about Dunwich. It cannot be a coincidence. Wilbert Wheatley, the bad book that shall not be named, and I actually did mean to look this up on how to like say it, like listen to it a couple of times, and then that absolutely did not happen. So the creature from Dunwich and the people and the creatures who attacked here in Arkham. Everything must be connected. You're certain now where you must head, the lonely and dismal town of Dunwich Village. You consider telling the Massachusetts State Police what you know, but the negative consequences outweigh the potential gain. Given the nature of your story, they would likely write your stories off as an absurd hoax. Worse, they could lock you up. After all, you were present. I did break into a museum. After all, you were present in a legal speakeasy, and you also trespassed into the museum. Oh, there you go. Instead, you decided to head to Dunwich yourself in order to investigate further. You pack everything you think you might need and manage to get some rest for the night. In the morning, you head to the train station in Northside and purchase a last-minute express ticket. Dunwich is several hours by train northwest along the Miskatonic River Valley. There is no train station in Dunwich, but you manage to phone one of Armitage's acquaintances in a small village, a man named of Zebulon Watley, who was present during the events several months ago. Armitage notes indicate that Watley's family is spread across many branches, some dissecant and unscrupulous, others undecayed or otherwise untouched by nefarious and diabolic rites. Words. According to Armitage, Zebulon's branch of the family lay somewhere between his decayed and undecayed Watley's, who knew of the tradition of his ancestors but was not corrupted by them. He agrees to pick you up at the closest station and drive you into town. I've heard it's pronounced Waitley. Okay, sounds good. The dog made me do it. That is true. Duke is a bad influence. As the train departs from Arkham, you feel the events of the previous night catching up on you and exhaustion sets in. But before you can safely reach your destination, the train car suddenly rumbles and shakes, startling you out of your reverie. The train loudly skids to a violent halt, and you hear a rattling noise behind you. Ominous. Ominous. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, so we gathered all the cards. We set them out. So put one of the 3 engine cars into play, remove the others, then put 6 of the 8 train cars. We move left, which starting in the very back. We reveal the leftmost train car. So let's see what we've got. We've got the dining car. Okay, this is where I'd be. I mean, like honestly, this is probably where I'd be at. So dining car is connected to the location to the left and right. Fourth, after you reveal dining cars, search the encounter deck and Discord pile for a grappling horror and draw it. And it says here that if that location has a forced effect that triggers upon entering, ignore it. So we're ignoring that because that's upon, or I guess that's upon revealing. So I guess we do go get it. It's not an enter. So we'll need to do that. So grappling horror, that doesn't sound great. I also need to shuffle these. I don't actually think I have shuffled these yet, but grappling horror, grappling horror, grappling horror. Ew, gross. Okay, so we've got a grappling horror. So that's automatically engaged with me. It's a 3/3/2 monster and it's hunter. And while we're engaged with the grappling horror, we cannot move. So unfortunate, we'll have to figure out how to take care of that. Set all 4 copies of Cross Space Time. Those are over there, out of play. And then based on your difficulty level, we added a -3 into our bag and then shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards. Awesome. So let's go ahead and just do a shuffle on stream just in case. But oh man. Okay, so we don't have any clues. And so all of these train cars say that they are connected to the locations on the left and right. And we cannot enter the train car unless all the clues on locations to its left has been discovered, and we don't have any clues, so we just have to take care of this grappling horror before we can move on. So hopefully it's not too bad, but we'll see. Okay, so let's take a look at our agenda and our act. So let's do agenda first. So as the train to Dunwich comes to a jarring stop, you look out the window behind you and see an immense tear in the sky, like a rip in a piece of cloth. Several of the rearmost train cars are pulled backwards, and there's a dreadful metallic crunch as they are detached. The train cars topple upwards and into the rift in the sky. See, that's really not good. Nearby passengers are panicking, others are cowering in their seats, and one elderly man has fainted in fear. Can you read the FAQ entry again? Like the beginning of the setup. So it says, if that location has a forced effect that triggers upon entering that location, you ignore it. And then this dining car here says that after you reveal dining car. So is that considered entering it? Or am I guess I don't know how these are worded. I could look at the 2 that we set aside to see if they're. Yeah, so like this one specifically says after you enter the passenger car. So we don't think that there is a forced effect. So and I guess my only question is, like, this one specifically says after you enter the passenger's car, and this one says after you reveal it. So I'm good with not dealing with this grappling horror, but I guess I'm not sure. What are our results for the. Okay, so we had 4 votes: Guardian, Seeker, Mystic, Rogue. Nobody likes Survivors. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so I think we can. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle this. If we don't get an answer, we'll just do the. What is that rule in Marvel Champions? What do they call it? Like the worst case scenario rule or whatever. I always forget what it's called. But. So I think one of the things that I'm going to try and prioritize and hopefully get out onto the table pretty quickly is if I can get a Pete. No, wait, dining car has a forced effect. Yeah, and the Grim rule. That's it. Yeah, the dining car has a forced effect upon reveal, and the rule said that we don't resolve anything that has a forced effect upon entering. And so, actually comes from Arkham originally. Cool. Shows how much I remember that rule book. So, we're going to grim rule this and deal with the grappling horror, and hopefully it doesn't completely ruin me. What's tough about this is starting a scenario with something engaged with me is hard because I can't play cards. because they're gonna just start dealing damage to me, and so that's gonna be kind of tough. I think it may be prudent for me to just try and evade, maybe. So hey, there's a Peter Sylvester. So huge. I really like that. I love seeing that. So this gives me +1 evade and +1, and this is my level 2. Oh, and I have two. I have 2 level 2 Peter Sylvesters. So +1 evade, +1 intellect, willpower. I always meant to put my cheat sheet like right over here, and I always forget. And then after our turn ends, heal 1 horror from Peter. So this is going to be taking all of my mental damage, and I can just heal it hopefully, which is great because I only have 4 at this point. So we got a perception, emergency cash, we got a fire axe, and a magnifying glass. Alrighty, what do we like here? I think I really like keeping Peter. He's definitely staying in my hand. We're definitely keeping a fire axe. Perception is always going to be good to have. And then, fun question for all: what position do you think Pete plays in American football? Ooh, good question. Let's take a look at his uniform. He's the big man on campus, and I feel like that describes a quarterback. Like I feel like big man on campus is typically a quarterback. So that's my vote, but I'm curious to hear what other people say. There is a thread on BGGs that says to take the monster. Okay, cool. I like magnifying glass, especially because I need to be getting clues this game, because I need to be progressing on. I can't move forward until I have enough clues. And then I also realized I forgot to read the axe, so we will do that here in a second. So I like this hand. The question is do we like emergency cash? And if it weren't for that subtitle, I was going with kicker. Oh yeah, kicker. Dumb perception and emergency cash. Alrighty, I like it. And how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Alrighty, so we're dumping emergency cash and perception. We've got scavenging, that's gonna be nice to help us ready Duke. And then we have got a perception. Okay, well there you go. So I did get a comment on I think the last week's video that I haven't been spending enough time drawing cards, and I felt like that was fairly accurate, because towards the end of these scenarios, I'm sitting at like 1, maybe 2 cards in my hand, and I feel like I need those to commit to test. And so I'm going to try and do a little, not go overboard. I'm not going to just spend every single action drawing cards, but I need to probably go, a little bit and do a little bit more drawing cards. Duke looks like Duke 3, uncanny. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. He looks just like his brothers. So to be totally fair, survivors aren't the best at card draw. That honor goes to seekers. Okay, well that's good to know. It's also kind of fun because I know very little about Arkham, right? So I think that I keep up to date on Marvel, and like I know a lot of the rules and everything for Lord of the Rings, but Marvel or Arkham, I'm literally approaching it as like a story, like it's telling me a story. And so it's kind of fun to start learning some of these things, like the seekers are good at card draw, survivors are really fun at like trying to pass and trying to fail, and like and yeah, all of that. So yep, Duke 1 and 2 and 3. I need to stop killing Duke. I think that's probably what I need to be doing. Okay, let's read this act real quick before we start. So the train is stopped on a bridge high above the Miskatonic River. That is good timing for whatever's attacking us, right on the bridge. You might be able to survive the fall. Is that the resignation action you jump? But you don't like your chances. Your best bet is to make your way to the engine car as fast as you can and get the train running again. Why do they assume that I understand how to run a train? But okay. If an investigator enters the engine car, immediately advance. So engine car's all the way over here. We've got a little ways to go. Good luck, Duke 4. We're rooting for you. Anybody got a shovel? Unrelated, of course, but just in case. Okay. Okay, so hmm, it's kind of hard to understand what to do here. I think, like with this grappling 4, right, it has a fight value of 3. So I can fight with Duke, and that gives me a 4 to 3. I can spend 1 strap to go 5 to 3. And I like my chances there. Uh, there's an actual card called Gravekeeper Shovel that Ashcan can actually put in his deck. Hey, Trapper, how you doing? I actually only log on to get the coin so I can drop a ton of hydrates in the future. That's fair. That's fair. Speaking of, cheers, happy weekend. All right. So yeah. So this is what I'm looking at. So the grappling horror. If I attack with Duke and I'm able to kill with I can also discard a card from my hand to ready Duke. So I think that may be the best option here is to attack with Duke, hopefully get 2 damage on him, discard a card as a fast action, attack with Duke again with a base value of 4, maybe spend 1 to make it up to 6, and then I have 3 money left to put in Peter. So I think that's what we're gonna do, and then maybe next turn we can have some money to put in Fire Axe. So okay, let's see what we're gonna do. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so for my first action, I have 3. So for my first action, I'm going to exhaust Duke and fight. I'm going to spend 1 resource. Oh! I need to show these on stream. So like I use these as my token holders, and I just got these are D20s token holders that he makes, and I just got 2 mahogany ones today because Arkham has a lot more tokens than every other game. So I was getting by with 4, but when I started playing Arkham, then I needed more. So I ordered the 2 mahogany ones, and those look they look incredible. I'm super happy with those. So those were all my tokens are over there. Okay, Arkham Mancala, yes. Be careful, Trap It. You're already getting pulled towards Lord of the Rings. The mythos may call you, and it may, and I hope it does. Okay, so I am fighting for 5 to 3. We're gonna pull out a -1. So there we go. We're dealing 2 damage to the grappling horror. We are going to toss. I'm thinking that we toss scavenging. Well, that gets me the card. Scavenging, magnifying glass, or perception. I'm thinking probably scavenging, magnifying glass, perception. Well, we did already toss, or we tossed a perception at the mulligan. I guess I don't really know how many clues are going to be out there. And so do I need them? Or like, what's the shroud? This is a pretty low shroud. I would think that shroud's going to be pretty low in these train cars. So maybe toss the magnifying glass. I'm going to do that. To ready Duke. Duke is now ready. We're going to attack with Duke again. We've got, and we're going to spend 1 resource. So we have got a 5 to a 3, and we are pulling out. Ooh, what is this? So this is -2, add 1 doom to the nearest cultist enemy. So -2, we still pass, and we kill the grappling horror. And there's no cultist enemies in place. We're not going to add a doom there. So that's good. That's good. Rearrange off screen. Okay. Yes. Feeling good. Feeling good. Alrighty. And we got 3 more that we're going to spin to go ahead and put Mr. Peter into play so that we can have a little bit more of everything. Alrighty. So at the end of my turn, we go to monsters, but there's none here. So we are going to go ahead and draw a card. You got to look what I found. So that's going to come in handy maybe. And we're going to get a resource. This is a doom threshold of 4. I don't quite remember if I said that. So at the top of the round, we're going to place 1 doom here, and we're going to reveal an encounter card. We've got an emergent monstrosity. Oh, this is horrible. Spawn to the location on our right, or your location if there's no location on our right. Emergency monstrosity enters play exhausted. 2 Peters and counting. Feels like we're still missing at least 1. I do think that we are, yes. So we've got the emergent monstrosity spawn there. Well, it does not have hunter, so it's not going to come follow us. So I'm wondering if we're going to be able to get in there, grab, and move at the same time. So let's see if we can do that. We're going to use Duke's ability. So exhaust Duke, investigate. You investigate with a base skill of 4, book of 4, and you may move to a connecting location immediately before this effect. So we're going to this train car. Oh, it's a shroud of 4. So sleeping car is connected to the location. Oh, it's a sleeping car. That makes sense. Shroud of 4. Yeah. Try and race past it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try and do, especially with this this 1 here. So sleeping car is connected to location to the left and right of it. As an action, we can gain 3 resources. Remember that you have stolen a passenger's luggage. Okay, so we are here and we are investigating with a base of 4. I am going to toss this perception, and I'm actually going to spend 1 resource as a fast action and play scavenging. I don't know if I needed to do that first, but I'm going to do not scavenging. Oh no, I tossed. That mean to toss magnifying glass or scavenging? Oh well. Okay. Well, we're gonna go to get my resource back. So we're gonna go. We're at 6 to 4. And we've got a couple things in there, that bag that does fail us. So I'm wondering, because I can't pay for look what I found. So that would be the best, is if like I go 6 to 4. If I fail by 1, I can do a look what I found, but I only have 1 resource. So I guess like before I moved, I could have taken a 2nd resource, but I wouldn't necessarily know that there's only 1 clue here, so I may wanted to do that. So yep, commit. Look what I found. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going 8 to 4. Here's our chaos bag pull. No money for it. Let's go. Did the La La Land soundtrack kick in? I hope not. It's a stream beat, so it's kind of like royalty-free music that I'm allowed to play on my stream without getting sued. So it's kind of fun stuff. Alrighty, and there's a -2, so we succeed. I forgot to even put the clue on there. So we're gonna take this clue, just like that, and we've got the clue. We are I have 2 actions left. Remember to draw a card for perception. Thank you. Hey, it's another scavenging. So I guess there's no like rule saying I can't have 2 of these, right? I can draw 2. Those piano melodies for a few bars just sounded like it. Cool. Nice. Alrighty. So I have 2 actions left. We are going to go ahead and hop on over to the next train car. I'm trying to figure out if I want to toss one of these scavengings, because this is going to grab an item. I don't actually know how many items I have. I have 1 in my deck, so this is a talent. I'm going to toss scavenging to go ahead and ready Duke. And then we're going to exhaust Duke to investigate this train car. Ooh, I like that. So this passenger car is connected to the location on the left and right of it. Now decide to steal luggage. I'm not going to steal any luggage. Hopefully not. I feel like I've already done enough bad things in this campaign that I really don't want to start messing with other stuff. I've already got enough bad stuff going on. Also, like my deck is a pretty I don't know. I'm not stealing. So after you enter a passenger car, you must either discard a card from your hand with at least 1 question mark icon or take 1 damage and 1 horror. Okay, so I'm taking 1 damage and 1 horror. So I'm going to put the horror on Peter, and then I will put the damage on Mr. Duke. Next run should be full stealing and cheating campaign. I love it. How unsurvivor. That's true. I am not very. I'm not role playing this super well, am I? But Ashcan is a drifter, but he has standards. He does. He's a stand-up guy. So passenger car, I'm investigating. This has 1 clue per investigator, so this is 1. We're going to go ahead and go 4-1. I'm liking my odds here. I'm not going to commit any cards. 4-1, and we've got another -2. And we put 1 doom on the nearest cultist enemy, and this is not a cultist enemy, so we don't have any cultist enemies. So we succeed. And we're racking up the clues. I am going to You're doing great. Now you can slow down and build up. Awesome. Moving right along. This is better than my run in this scenario. Cool. Okay. Well, I've had good starts before, and they usually go very poorly very quickly. And so that's what I'm always concerned about. I'm going to spend 1 resource. And goes fire axe. Putting that fire axe into play. Good start equals doomed. 100% every single time. No questions ever. No questions asked. Okay. So, the end of my turn, we'll draw a card. Hey, there's a lucky. So fast play when you would fail a skill test, get +2 for your skill test, and this is my level 0 lucky. So you get 1 resource. You get to unexhaust all of these cards. Those poor sleepers. It's gonna be like the university all over again. Alrighty. Top of the round. We'll go 1 doom there, and we will see what we've got. Dissonant voices. Revolution. Put dissonant voices. Cannot play assets or events. And then at the end of the round, discard this card. Okay, well. Okay, well. That's annoying. Don't worry, I've got that escalated quickly. Comment locked and loaded. I appreciate that, Josh. Okay, so let's Oh, Peter heals. Sorry. Let's investigate. Let's go over here. Let's investigate. We're going to hop over here. This is another passenger car. So passenger car is connected. Yep. After you enter a passenger car, you must either discard 2 cards from your hand with at least 2 total book icons or take 2 horror. I'm going to take 2 horror. 1, I can't do that, but 2 also Pete. That's what he's here for. And it's got a Shroud of 3 and 2 clues on it. So we are going with a 4 to a 3. So I'm looking at scavenging. I know I can't play it this round, but like one of the things that is hard is like I'm never succeeding by more than 2 or 2 or more. So that's my hesitation with playing it. But so I'm thinking about committing it to make it 5. Yep, let's do it. We'll go 5 to 3. Hopefully just pull a -2. Let's get it. What do we got? Hey, we got a skull. So -X, where X is the current agenda number, which is 1. So just like that, we pass, we get a clue. So I need to get that clue. So I have 2 actions left. I'm thinking about drawing some cards because I don't want to discard Lucky to Ready Duke. So I'm thinking about my next action at least is going to draw a card. There's an Unexpected Courage. That's good to see. So I have an Unexpected Courage and a Lucky in my hand. I'm going to draw another card. Let's just see what we got. There's another Unexpected Courage. Okay. Well, that makes me happy. Cool. That's my turn. We'll stand up. We will draw a card, which is Rabbit's Foot. Okay, cool. And then we'll take a resource. So we're at 2 resources. At the end of this round, so we're not quite there yet, Peter heals a turn, or heal horror. We don't need that. Monster does not hunt. And we're good. I feel a little bit more comfortable with 4 cards in my hand. Alrighty, so starting out, we're going to add 1 here to the agenda. We are going to reveal this card. Oh, it's a Wizard of the Order. Spawn any empty location. We're going to put him in the train car because I don't want to go backwards and I want to get there so I can kill him quickly. So hopefully that works. Alrighty. So passenger car, we're looking at a Shroud of 4. Let's go ahead and exhaust Duke. Or Shroud of 3, sorry. Exhaust Duke for a book of 4. And we'll toss before that, sorry, we're going to pay 1 to play a Rabbit's Foot. That's still on screen because who knows if we would. Yep. And then we will go ahead and search. We're going to go Unexpected Courage just to go ahead and make sure. How much Doom? So at the end, this goes here. We're at 3 on the main and then 1 on Wizard. And so we're progressing next turn no matter what. I don't think that we progress because so place 1 Doom on the agenda, advance the agenda, and then we draw 1 card. And so we check the advance before we draw the card, and so we don't go next. We don't go now, right? Now 4, but it's not going to matter because Doom is clearing up next round. End of phase. Cool. Okay. Yep. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Um, okay, so I'm going 7-3. Let's hopefully not get anything too bad. -1, we're good. We're rock and rolling. We've got 4 clues. This is more clues than I've ever had in my life. That's pretty exciting. So we are sitting at 4 clues and 2 actions. I wonder if I should have no, because there are bad cards that deal with these cultists. So I probably shouldn't have spawned it like back here. Because because this is an ongoing effect at the end of the Mythos phase. So we definitely want to kill him no matter what. So even we're gonna move on. So you're just gonna take 2 more cards, honestly. Okay. Sweet. I like that plan. Let's take 1. There's a rabbit's foot. We're not gonna need that. So that's a wild. And then we'll take 1 more. Why not? Rite of Seeking. I also don't think that we're gonna need this. Really what I'm looking for right now is a dark horse. So I do really like I like that play. Taking 2 more cards. It's not a race, right? And that's what I have to keep reminding myself. Even though the scenario they tell me to move as quickly as possible, it's not a race. So draw cards for more fodder for Duke. Excellent, love it. More fodder. Alrighty, at the end of the round, we are going to draw a card. Hey, there's the guts. Ready. We'll get 1 more money. Pete's going to heal. Peter's so good. It's a little bit of a race. That's fair. Yep. But I can't. It's a race where I can't die here. So there is that. Okay. So. God, this game is good. Okay, so we're good. 1 on the agenda, which progresses us. Clears this. There are a lot of agendas here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the rearmost car of the train detaches and is pulled backwards. To your horror, it rises off the tracks and is consumed by the gates above you. This is insane. I am really excited for what's about to happen. Remove the leftmost location from the game or place it in the victory display as victory X and no clues on it. Each investigator at that location is defeated. Each enemy and each asset at that location is discarded. Discard all clues controlled by the investigators. Oh my goodness. This is cool. This is exciting. Okay, so this is now out of play over there. This is out of play over there. And it is a race. It is a race. So, and there's 3 here. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's less time. Okay, so the terror grows larger and you can feel the rearmost car of the train shaking as it's pulled backwards. The situation threatens to erupt into chaos as more passengers realize the danger that they are in. Some passengers are looking for places to hide while others are running about the compartments in terror. I want to watch this movie. This would be an awesome movie. This would be an awesome movie. Alrighty, so that was there. The Doom advances. We're drawing this card. Ancient Evils. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause the current agenda to advance. Don't love that. So that goes there. We're placing 1 Doom here on this wizard. And we want to go kill that wizard. We want to kill the wizard. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So we're going to move over to this train car. This will engage, and we've got another passenger car. So it's a shroud of 2 and 2 clues. It's connected to the locations to the left and right of it. After you enter a passenger car, you must either discard cards from your hand with at least a value of 2 mind icons or take 2 horror. And we're going to take 2 horror again. Because Peter. So we are here. Wizard of the Order is there. We got 2 actions. We're going to have Duke swing at wizard. So 4-4 right now. We'll go 6-4. They're heavy sleep. The passengers hadn't already noticed the tentacled eye monster. No, that's a very fair question, Josh. Or also we need to kind of comment on the morality or the uh, ethical dilemma of me not waking them up when I see the monster in there. So there is kind of that I have to live with for the rest of my life, but you win some, you lose some. Okay. So Wizard of the Order, I am fighting for 6-4. Let's pull a token. I do have a lucky just in case. And we have got a -1. Excellent. Duke deals 2 damage, so Wizard is dead. Ooh. Alrighty. I need to put clues out here. Okay, so Shroud of 2. Clues, baby. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's true, but this is locked until all the clues. I have to get all the clues. I have to. I got to. No. All right. So let's. That was 1, 2. So we got one more action left. I think what we're gonna do is we're going to straight up go for it. So Shroud of 2. We're gonna toss a right and a rabbit's foot. So we're going to go 4-2 and pull. We got 4-2, 4-2, and we have got a -2. We got it. There's a clue for us. And that's my turn. At the end of the turn, we'll draw a card. We got Dark Horse. We have got Dark Horse. I like that. And we have enough money to pay for it. And immediately activate it. So I like that. In that situation, you should ready Duke, not commit 2. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, because that was a dumb move because just discard 1 card. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was yep. 100% agree with you on that one. My bad. That's funny. And that's why we're getting better at the game. That's why y'all are here helping me get better at the game. So I really appreciate it. Pete kills 1. Okay. So it's just bad math on my part. That's hilarious. Alrighty. So top of the round, 1 more. So we're at 2 out of 3 here on the agenda, and we're going to pick and resolve this card. Revelation. Choose and shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck and discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset is discarded, take 2 horror. So I'm going to do... Rabbit's Foot. Right, we got a second copy of Rabbit's Foot in here or there. But I feel like I'd rather take the risk with Rabbit's Foot than your pick is Fire Axe because Dark Horse is in play. Okay, yeah, it was one of those 2. So yeah. And it's 2 horror. It's 2 horror if we do that. Okay. Or coming close to play. Yeah. Coming. Yeah. So we will shuffle these guys up. Hopefully not discard the top 3. Hey, there's a Dark Horse. Didn't need that. Emergency Cash. Didn't need that. And Overpower. That would have been nice to have, but it's fine. Okay, so we don't take any horror, which is nice. Alrighty, so let's first action, we're gonna spend here to play a Dark Horse. And just like that, shuffle and Duke. Let's be honest, it's his best chance of making it alive. That's a harsh reality right there, isn't it? Oh man. Everyone at the adoption shelter is getting very concerned whenever I show back up. So, okay, so that was one. We're gonna exhaust Duke to go ahead and investigate using a base of 5 because I have no resources. So 5 to 2, I'm comfortable with that. By the way, I love Duke's little bandana. It's a nice touch. Yeah, his little red bandana. That's great. The art in these cards is incredible. Alrighty, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. We've got a -4. What did I do? I was at a 5. I can't play lucky. Okay, well there you win some, you lose some. We'll exhaust Rabbit's Foot and draw a card, and that's Magnifying Glass. Okay, so I'm gonna toss a Magnifying Glass to ready Duke and do it again. So 5 to 2. 5 to 2. 5 to 2. Let's see what we got. A 0. There we go. We got the clue that time. Right before the next train card goes flying off. Okay. Okay. So that's my 3 actions. We'll stand everybody up. Peter gets the heal. This is a little out of order, but I'm not sure if it matters. Money and draw a card. Actually, no. Draw a card first before I take the money. So Perception. I'm not going to take the money because I don't have to once I have Dark Horse in play. So if I was going to draw a card that I may want to pay for, then yeah. And it's like I could take Lucky, but really I'm looking for, these are going to be my issues, is if I draw a bad Treachery card or if I need to investigate, that's what I would play Lucky for. And so I'm just not going to take the money. I may take it next time. Alrighty. Top of the round. Agenda advances. The next train car is ripped backwards with violent force. A middle-aged man hangs from his fingertips as the car flies unhindered towards the rift. In moments, the car is consumed whole, and the man lets go rather than be pulled into the void. He starts to fall, but is caught by the wrist force and pulled inside it anyways. Remove the leftmost location from the game. Each investigator at that location, etc., same wording as last time. Oh, this one's a 4. This one's a 4, so. Bye, Emergency Monstrosity. Bye, Poor Sleeping Passengers. Oh my goodness. This is a fun scenario. This is a really fun scenario. I'm liking this a lot. Alrighty, and then we've got this. So, hey, Helpless Passenger, Surge. Put Helpless Passenger into play at the location on your left. So here's, then Parlay, take control of Helpless Passenger, and force if Helpless Passenger leaves play, each investigator takes 1 horror. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Moral dilemmas. Oh, jeez. Because that's going to be a whole turn going to go get him. Which, like, I think I have time. So, remember, oh, yes, Surge, thank you. Grappling Horror, Hunter. I cannot move while I'm engaged with the Grappling Horror. Very cool. Exactly what I wanted. So, okay. Okay. So for first action, we're gonna go ahead and fight with Duke with a 5 because I have 0 resources. Grappling Horror has a 3, so we need a 2. Okay, to be clear, always move right. Advice at the beginning was a joke, not a commentary on whether or not you should save that person. Okay. That's good, because I was just blindly following that advice. Let me play the devil on your shoulder. I don't want to get sucked into that thing. That's all I'm saying. So depends on, I guess, how bad this grappling horror. So 5-3, we revealed a automatic success +2, or not an automatic success. That was like one of the hardest things. Like I saw a star, I'm like, hey, yeah, that's an automatic success. It is not. It's +2 and we get to ready Duke. So we hit him for 7 to his 3, which deals 2 damage, and Duke's already ready, so we don't have to discard a card to ready him again. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fight. We are going to shake up. So 5-3 again. Let's see what we've got. We've got a automatic success again. Okay, we'll shake it up more next time, but we'll take it. So that's 2 of my actions. We will spend my 3rd action hopping over here to this helpless passenger. Alrighty, so at the end of the turn, we'll draw a card. We've got a fire axe, and I think I kind of want to put that in play if I can. Just gives me another outlet for damage. Maybe not. We're gonna hold on to it. Remember, play the force effect from the carnage again. Carnage. I need to. Sorry, what is carnage? The train card. Oh, yes. Discard from your hand a total of 2 books or take 2 horror, Peter. Sorry, bud. Thank you. The discard with X symbols. Yep, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for that. my helpless passenger was covering it. He was trying to save me from it. But we're good. All right. So we're not going to take the money. We'll see if we can play it in. If we get like Lone Wolf or something, we may want to put it in, but not today. Okay, so we have got at the top of the room. So 1 Doom on rolling backwards. Actually, I don't think I ever read this. So the pull of the rift in the sides seems to grow stronger, and the entire train begins to roll backwards along the tracks. The rearmost cars of the train begin to rattle, the force of the rift threatening to detach them. You must get out of these cars as fast as you can. Carriage now, carriage later. Yep. I read that as carnage, and I was like, no, it is. Yes, carriage now, carnage later. That's just what I read it as. So, I guess like fun fact about me, which is like the way that I read words. This is kind of embarrassing. I don't know if I want to be saying this, but I like the way that I learned to read words is I just memorized them. So like scrapper, the way that I see it is I look at the middle and I look at the shape. So like the P's go down and like any T would go up, and my mind just like fills in the word that closely represents it. And that's why I get so many of those incorrect, where it's like carnage and carriage. They're so similar. That's just because I look at it and my mind has memorized whatever I want. And it's just the first thing that I recall. So fun fact, that's embarrassing. And that's my life. So here we go. So Doom, let's see what we got. Dissonant voices, cannot play assets or events. That's fine. I don't think I was doing that anyways because I don't have any money. And we have got, and like I am absolutely not embarrassed by that whatsoever. So like that was joke about that all you all want. I couldn't care less. It's actually kind of funny. When I learned that was incorrect, that wasn't, hopefully I will wreck Carnage and Monsters on the other way, not the other way around. Yeah. The way that I learned that was incorrect was actually just a couple of years ago, where like my sister-in-law did Peace Corps, And she was saying that the kids that she's teaching, that's how they read, is like memorizing the words. And like we were talking on the phone, I was like, I didn't realize that was a bad thing. So that's when I learned. It was like 4 years ago. So fun fact about my life. Alrighty, so my first action, I'm gonna parlay and take this helpless passenger. He's gonna be right here in my play area. I'm gonna put this over here so I don't forget it. And and then we are going to hop over here. Peter healed one at the end of the turn last time. So take 2 horror or go here. I'm going to give 1 to Peter and 1 to Mr. Duke. Or Duke. So that was 2. And then let's go ahead and investigate with Duke over to the train car for 3. Okay. So Forrest, after you enter passenger car, you must either discard cards from your hand with at least 2 physical icons or take 2 damage. I guess like I was expecting there to be more non-passenger cars, like the sleeping car, and so like I'm glad that didn't happen. So I don't have 2 fists, so I take 2 damage. So we will do 1, 2, I guess. Go down to 3. Don't want to kill Duke. Don't want to kill Peter. And 1 blue and a shroud of 4. Why are you doing that to me? Alrighty, so we are investigating with 5. We'll go to 7 with perception. So 7 to 5. Feeling pretty good about that. And that is not a event, so we're good with the voices. So worth noting in the future, but if you have question mark symbols, they can stand for others. Okay, cool. That is really good to know. So 7 to 5 minus 1. Love it. We've got it here. You get to draw a card for perception. Racked by nightmares. You'll love to see it. Exhaust all assets you control. This one doesn't matter. This one does. This one does. This one doesn't matter. Just to kind of keep everything on screen. This one matters. And then a 2 action to discard it. Ugh. Fun. They always come at the best times, right as you were about to enter the train car. So, but it's like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that we're doing good. I'm not gonna say it. Okay, so the end of the round, we're gonna draw a card. It's another fire axe. We'll hang on to it. We're not gonna take the resource. We will go. We're 2 here. We will reveal the top. This gets discarded. So Terror from Beyond, Peril. Revelation, choose one of the following card types: asset, event, or skill. Each player must discard each card in his hand of that is the chosen card type. If this is not the first copy, it choose 2 card types instead. So I'm going to choose event. We'll toss a lucky. That card is fun in multiplayer. I can't imagine, because it's Peril. Yeah, you're not allowed to discuss it. That's incredible. That is just so much fun. And like that was the first time. Like I've drawn the card probably like 3 or 4 times, but that's the first time that I had all 3 in my hand, and it was actually a decision for me because I was just picked. Oh, I don't have any events. Let's play that. Like pass. Okay. So my turn. We're gonna 2 actions. Discard this card. Racked by nightmares. Don't want that anymore. And we're gonna draw a card. Lone Wolf. Alrighty. Alrighty, so at the end of the turn, we get to draw a card. Silver Twilight Acolyte. There you go. Good. They stacked them right there close to each other, just in case. So, force, after it attacks, place one doom on the current agenda, and it's a hunter, and it preys on me. Okay. So, we are not going to take. We're not going to take the money. Oofed. Yes. Yes, the diamond's edge. Oofed. But we get to ready everybody. So that is nice. Peter is down to 1. And yeah. So at the top, we're about to lose another train car. Ooh, sorry. We're about to lose another train car, everybody. So does not advance. We've got pushed into the beyond. Uh-oh. Choose and shuffle one non-story asset you control into your deck. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If a copy of that asset is discarded, take 2 horror. Oh, jeez. Okay, so do we like? I think it's Rabbit's Foot at this point, right? Who let him on board? Yeah, Duke will savage the ball. Yeah, yeah. He's yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's Rabbit's Foot. It has to be, right? I can't do this. I'm not doing Peter. Not doing Duke. Not doing Dark Horse. So yeah, it's Rabbit's Foot. So, which is a little unfortunate because we are almost out of cards. You can push the Helpless Messenger and put him back. Is this not a story? Is story like a keyword? Never mind. Okay, shuffle it up. Let's see what we got. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what happens if I run out of cards? Am I just done with the cards, or do I shuffle it back in Arkham? So 3. There's a Rabbit's Foot. Peter. Overpower. Okay, so I take 2 horror. Peter gets 1, and Duke gets 1. You take 1 horror and reshuffle. Okay, normally, yeah. And then I think that I've had things that just kill me when that happens. I take take 900 damage, and if you survive, then you're God or something like that. I think that's actually what the card says. Why does it got to be horror? I don't have a lot of horror. There's a card that gives you the 10 damage. Yeah. Alrighty. So we got the Silver Twilight Acolyte to deal with. Fight it to 3 health. Duke attack. So Duke is attacking for 4 +1 from Dark Horse, 5-2. We like those odds. Peter's a stone cold monster. I think he's shrugged off 6 horror. Yeah, he has seen some stuff. -4. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, so we were at 5-2. So that fails. Uh-oh. We're gonna toss a fire axe to ready Mr. Duke. Again, another one. Okay, so Duke, we're going for 5-2 again. And what is this one? It is a -2. Add 1 Duke to the nearest cultist enemy. So still pass. We deal 2 damage. So we added Doom. So not the worst thing in the world if this is progressing anyways. So honestly, if that cultist attacks you this turn, the Doom wouldn't matter that much. That's very fair. And if he's the QB, he's got monsters charging in every Friday night. That is true. Linebackers are ruthless. Man, I really wanted to get into the engine card this turn. Does not look like I'm going to be able to do that. So let's toss a fire axe and try it again. So 5-2. Oh, no whammies. 5-2. We've got a -1. Love it. Goodbye, dude. Good night, Moon. And there he goes. So do you shuffle your treacheries back in too? because that's sad. Draw a card. There's a flashlight. Hate the flashlight. Want to get that out of my deck. Ready. Not taking the money. And alrighty. Bro, you cheated. You only need a ready Duke. Oh, I can only ready Duke once. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. So let's rewind that. That's not too bad to rewind. So we got there. Duke is exhausted. We got 2. And we got Fire Axe back. And that's there. Okay. So we got 3. We'll attack normally. So we're going 3, tossing the Fire Axe for 4. You can avoid the cultist if you don't want the damage. It's 5 to 3. I like my odds at 4 to 2 to try and kill him. So put Chaos Token in the bag. Is that the one with the star on it? Is that the one? Is that the one that you're looking for? So 4 to 2, and we've got a automatic fail. That's my karma. So automatic fail right there. So there you go. There we go. Alrighty, so monster's turn. They're going to attack me. I'm going to take the damage here. And now I draw my flashlight. Still not taking the money. And now we're at the top of the round. 4. Doom progresses. Thank you for checking me on that. There's a lot going on, so I appreciate it. Let's see what happens. I'm guessing that we're going to lose a train car. Okay. 2 of the train cars closest... 2 of the... Oh, geez. 2 of the train cars closest to the gate are severed from the rest of the train by a sheet of impossibly hot steam, which slices through metal like a knife through butter. The cars are sucked upwards and fly into the gate. Something above the train lets out a terrible screech, though to your ears it's like the shrill sound of a broken steam pipe. Remove each of the 2 leftmost locations. Was not expecting that. Well, this got a little bit more exciting. So, oh no, okay. And discard clues. And that's over there. Drawn in. There's only has 3. So the gate crackles with power. As its strength increases. Dirt and rocks from the edge of the bridge behind you are torn from the ground, and trees are uprooted, pulled in by the gate. One younger passenger smashes the window of your car and shouts, "We got to get out of here." He leaps out the window, but before he lands in the river below, he's snatched into the talons of a swift flying creature and is carried out of sight. A trail of steam is left in the creature's wake. That's not good. Spicy. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now we need a card. Frozen in Fear. Put this in my play area. The first time you perform one of the following actions: move, fight, or evade each round, it costs 1 additional action. At the end of your turn, test 3 brain. If you succeed, discard it. Oh, geez. Duke's up. Okay, well, let's fight. Let's fight this silver acolyte. I think that's the right thing to do. That escalated quickly. It really did. Yes, it really did. Oh, okay. Yep, so we'll fight. We're going to go 4, 5 to 2. Like the odds. Said that before. 2 action fight feels bad, man. And we've got a 0. So the Silver Twilight Acolyte dies. So that's good. We have 1 action left. So we are going to toss flashlight. Well, I don't know if I need to investigate the turn. I'm sure I do. We're going to toss flashlight to ready Duke. And then we're going to exhaust Duke the first time this round to hop over to the engine car. So engine car is connected to the location to the left of it. It has a shroud of 4 and 2 clues. and immediately advance. So I assume if you want to strategy tip, consider taking one resource at the end of the turn. You can dump it with Scrapper during a skill test. Oh yeah, yeah. If you want to turn Dark Horse back up, yeah, that's a really good point. Especially if I know I'm about to fight. Yeah, I like that. Immediately advance. Okay, so if the investigator entered the car, reads the following out loud. A tender car filled with coal blocks blocks your way to the engine cab. Swallowing your fear, you climb out of the nearby window, clamber onto the roof of the train, making your way across the tender car. The steady backwards motion of the train makes it difficult for you to keep your footing. As you get close, a winged creature swoops down from above, its body composed of piping hot steam. You must decide to test 3 feet to attempt to dodge the creature. If you fail, you leap too far and barely grip the side of the train, hanging on for dear life. Although you manage to pull yourself up, the experience is terrifying. You suffer 1 mental trauma or 3 fight to attempt to endure the creature's extreme heat. If you fail, you get 1 physical trauma. Well, I don't like either of those, but I think I have a better option of evading, right? So I'm at a 5 to 3. I'm going to toss the lone wolf to go 6 to 3, just because I really don't want to take that, and I'm not going to play lone wolf. So 6 to 3. Let's see what we got. +1. Excellent. Okay, so I don't take the horror. The trauma, 2. So, and then get the engines running. You've managed to make it to the engine cab, and now you get the engine started again, so you can outrun the pulling force of the gate. My fan just blew that back on. Objective: if there are no clues in the engine car, immediately advance. Alrighty. So that all happened during one of my investigation attempts. Oh man, this is exciting. This is really exciting. Okay, so we're now doing a 4-5 to 4. Yeah, that's a little tough. Shuffle it up. -2. Add 1 doom to the nearest cultist. We don't have any cultists to walk away or killed, but we failed. So, okay. And then at the end of my turn, test 3 brains. I'm going to go ahead and toss this. So I'm going to go 6 to 3, 7 to 3, 8 to 3. I may not need to toss guts, but so it's 6 to 3 if I don't toss guts. Because I got 1 from Peter and 1 from Dark Horse. I like those odds. Those cards moving by themselves is growing. Yes, they're being sucked into the void right here. Right here, they're being sucked. Okay, so we're gonna go 6 to 3. We're not committing guts. Quick Duke check how he's feeling. He's not doing great, but we would say he has about 1 unit of health and 1 unit of sanity left on before he goes insane. So 6 to 3 -2, we pass. So we get to discard Frozen Fear. Yes, Puppy is doing good. Okay, at the end of the round, we're gonna draw. Look what I found. Well, that's interesting. So this goes in after 3. In 2 turns, I would have look what I found, which would get me the 2 tests. So do I start taking money? Ooh. Look what I found is the perfect card. Yeah, I think that we take the money. And we try, right? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Oh wait, hold on. I can get money as an action. Yeah. I forgot. I never do that because this deck you don't want to do that, but I can take money as an action. I don't have to wait until next turn to do that. Alrighty, so perfect. The top of the round, we're gonna go one here. Duke actually gets ready. Peter is doing fine. He is doing absolutely fine. There's one victory point on here. There really hasn't been many victory points in this scenario. There's one on the monster that got sucked away, but okay. Then we're gonna take this revelation test. Brain 3. If you fail, take 2 damage and you cannot move from the location this round. Damage from this effect must be assigned to your assets first if able. Oh. So I'm going 6 to 3. I'm gonna toss guts just to get the card draw. So 8 to 3. And we have got -1. So we pass and we draw a card. It's lucky. So now we're going to spend our first action taking 1 money. And we'll investigate. We'll investigate at 5 to 4. No, I'm sorry. We don't. We 4 to 4. 4 to 4. Dark Horse is not on, but it can be if you spend the resource. Yep. Oh, okay. I still passed it. Crazy, but yes, thank you. I need to remember that it's only active if I don't have resources, but I still passed 7 to 3. So, or 6 to 3. 6 to 3. So we're good. But so Dark Horse is not on here either. So it's 4 to 4, and we're drawing a card. Drew a cultist. -1. If you fail and it is your turn, lose all remaining actions in your turn immediately. So -1. So I think I can still do this because it's. I guess like it can I still play Look What I Found even though I don't have any actions? Because it's a fast, so it doesn't take an action. Oh, it ends your turn immediately though. I can. I even though it says it ends my turn immediately. The other thing is I could play Lucky. I would read this because it says lose all your remaining action in your turn immediately. And in this FAQ, you're allowed to finish actions in all responses. Does it say end your turn or lose remaining actions? It says end your turn or lose all remaining actions in your turn immediately. And I guess this is like fast after you fail a skill test, but 2 or less while investigating. So the timing is weird here. I would assume that I could still play Lucky. Because this says when you would fail, and then this says after you fail. So I would assume that probably this comes into effect after the chaos token is resolved, and Lucky I can just go ahead and call it. My gut says you should be able to play Look What I Found. It's a good question, and it's like one of these that like, oh man, yeah. I'm wondering why. This is the FAQ. So if I use Duke to move into a location that causes my turn immediately and in the middle of resolving Duke's ability, does the ability continue resolving? Yes. If you use the resolution of an ability, your turn ends immediately or otherwise, you still would resolve the remainder of that ability. The rest of that ability is canceled. Note, however, that any until the end of your turn effects would expire at the same time since your turn is ended, but you'll still continue to Because even if your turn is done, the timing window still counts. It's still after. And I can play Look What I Found. Okay, so I guess like that's the question. Can I play Look What I Found not on my turn? Right? Like, I would assume yes. Like if there's a treachery card that allows me to investigate, then I would be able to play Look What I Found at that time. I'm starting to think that, yeah. I'm leaning towards yes, even though it's not my turn. I can still play cards outside of my turn. And, right, fast actions say when they can be played. Play after you fail a skill test by 2 or less while investigating. So as long as it doesn't say it has to be your turn, I'm starting to lean towards that. And I think that also design intent, I would assume that I would want to be able to trigger that. So we'll go ahead, we'll play it. We'll go ahead and do 2. If we find out something else, then I'll suffer 1 real life mental trauma. So we'll play Look What I Found. Spending 2. We're gonna take 2 resources here, and we immediately advance. The engine roars to life. Oh, we're not focused. There we go. The engine roars to life and kicks into motion. You shovel coal into the engine firebox and relieved to see that the train is moving forward along the tracks once again. I did it. Oh. It's like, so this is my first scenario that I didn't resign or die in Dunwich. So that's very exciting. That's really exciting to see. I get a victory point too because of that. So excellent. Ashcan shovels the coal while Duke takes the wheel. Yeah, and Duke didn't die. This was an excellent scenario. It was very fun. It was exciting. Duke didn't die. I didn't die. Oh man, Duke even is still here. It's good all around. And we have a helpless passenger that didn't die. Oh man. Oh, I love it. And you got a grand total of 1 experience point. So that brings my total up to 2. So yeah, so I have 2 experience points. And so I think actually what that means is I'm probably going to upgrade my second lucky. Right, so I have 1 level 0 lucky still left. I need to get better at doing these. Yeah, so upgrade that to level 2. GG. Let's read resolution 1. Resolution 1. You breathe a sigh of relief as the gate behind the train collapses harmlessly upon itself. The few passengers who survived the ordeal seem unable to comprehend what just happened. One passenger mentions a pipe bursting in the rear car, and that quickly becomes the explanation for the innocent and ignorant, for those who cannot or choose not to delve further into the mystery. Okay, I am sorry. Really? A pipe bursting? You saw the rift in time and space. Okay, never mind. Sorry. You, on the other hand, know better, although in hindsight, you wish you hadn't. Very true. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value in the victory display. Awesome. Well, there we go. Just like that. Oh, man. Choose your upgrade. Yeah, so I think the upgrade is going to be the level 2 lucky. Does everyone kind of agree with that? I think that makes a lot of sense to do. No trauma. Man, this is great. When I played the scenario, I never got to the train card. I think having Duke helps a lot. Nothing to see here. Just a weather balloon. Move along. Yep, it's just a pipe. It's just a pipe. So I think having Duke helps, right? Being able to investigate and move as one action. I think that really helps moving along towards that final engine. So that's what I'm chalking it up to. Alrighty, so it is already an hour and a half. I'm going to skipping that 5 health enemy was clutch. Yes. No need for blood on the altar. This lasted way longer in my experience with Essex County Express. Yeah, I think that I am calling it. tonight, because I'm afraid that if we go to Blood on the Altar, I'm going to be here at midnight, and it's been a long week. I'm tired, but don't worry, we will be back. We're going to be back next Friday with Blood on the Altar, moving along in the campaign. Really excited. So so I really appreciate you all hanging out. If you haven't already, or if you're watching on YouTube, the deck list is in the description below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and give me a follow or subscription if you liked what you see here, because I play a lot of these games and I really like hanging out with y'all. And so that kind of notifies you when I go live. Also, if you haven't joined the Discord, we are only thing I will add is I need to work on my country hick accent. Alrighty. I say y'all a lot. Does that count? I am originally from Kentucky, so I'm very familiar with that accent. So so join the Discord. We're starting our monthly challenges. So this is a new thing that if we announced on the Marvel stream on Wednesdays. So we've implemented a tier system into the Discord. Join our Discord. It is awesome. Yes, it really is. We're having so much fun there. And so the tier system, what it is there are 3 tracks. There's an Arkham Horror track, a Marvel Champions track, and a Lord of the Rings track. And based on how much you post and how well you do in the monthly challenges, you progress up and get cooler titles, more awesome colors and everything. And so we just had we have a level 4, I think, a level 4 Lord of the Rings, a level 4 Marvel, and we just unlocked a level 2 Arkham. And so we're slowly progressing up the Arkham track. So if that sounds interesting to you, and I know what they are, but I want everyone to see what's going on. So get in the Discord and start posting. Starting in February, we're going to start our monthly challenges. So 1 challenge each month for each game, which earns you additional experience. And so I'm excited for them. They're going to be fun. So thank you all for hanging out. Really appreciate it. I will see you all on Monday. I am not going to be able to stream this weekend. So Monday, we'll be back with Lord of the Rings. Then Wednesday with Marvel. Back here again, Arkham, next Friday. See you all then. Thanks for hanging out, and have a fantastic weekend, everybody. See you.